What is up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Look at me being all on time and stuff. You guys didn't expect it, did you? I don't think so. Then again, none of you could hear this because it actually takes a few seconds to get on the stream. So I'm only talking to the people watching on the playback, and of course you guys would totally expect it. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Why does it say... Alright, hold on. Why does that slow mode message pop up? Can I get rid of the slow mode stuff, man? Hold on. Okay. There we go. Slow mode is off. Even though it's going to tell me it's still... Anyway. What up, everybody? Dark's dang dungeon. Dude, still coming in so fast, man. Dark. Thank you, dude. You got something coming to you, and today, hopefully, it doesn't bug out on us like yesterday. Thank you, dude. Oh, whoops. I still had yesterday's amount on there. There we go. Whoops. But thank you, dude. Hey, buddy, how you doing tonight? Dude, I'm doing great, man. Hopefully you are, too. Feeling good, man. Ready to get this stream started. We got 30-minute AQ timers. My energy is already sufficiently dumped. I do have one last AQ fight to do, but we'll take care of that later. And, oh, the only bad... Okay. I feel good other than tonight's the last night for Suicide Masteries. I'm gonna miss them. Oh, the Suicide Masteries. It was so nice having them on again. The faster arena grinds, the more units, the more milestones, all that good stuff. But, all right, anyway, let's get a tweet out real quick here. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Listen, whether you voted for Joe Fixit or not, you're still more than welcome to join the party. Yes. Oh no! Leave. Wait. But the Joe, actually, what is showing? But the Fixit crew is 10 times cooler, though. There we go. Tweet. All right. Prison Mike sending over €1, saying Prison Mike sending over €1. Really, Prison Mike? It goes on, saying Prison Mike sent over €, saying up dog. Up dog. What's up, dog? Ha 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 ha. Boo. You didn't see that coming, did you? Hope you do a level up video soon. Haley, I will be doing a level up video soon. We're getting to the end of the month here. And actually, yesterday was the last level up of the month, which I didn't realize until the end of the recording, which I actually say in the recording because I didn't realize it. Static sent it over to saying I only have one question. Kingpin prestige fix? You're gonna have to clarify a little bit for me about prestige fix for Kingpin. When you say that, did you mean like originally he had higher prestige than what he shows in game? Like the champion spotlight or something? If that's what you're talking about, then there was an error. I already investigated it. There was an error apparently in the champion spotlight or something like that, and yeah. So this is his actual prestige. If there's a new issue, let me know, because dude, I need Kingpin's prestige. He's in my top 5. If there's something new, let me know. Kingpin got scammed? He did get scammed, man. It's some BS. Straight up BS, dude. I would have actually invested 6 into this guy, but nope. Not anymore. Donut Cop sending over buck saying, hello, first time viewer. Serious question. Does Spider Ham take a Christmas ham to Christmas dinner or a turkey? I don't know. I mean, he did have didn't he have hot dogs in like the motion comic or something like that? Maybe he just maybe just eats candy canes, dude. That's what I imagine, at least. He's just chowing down the candy canes. That's what I would do. Easy sending over $1.50 with a salt shaker, saying brain tweeters poor flavor. Sure. Ooh, dude, you're getting close, man. You're very close. Can almost taste it. 3 more quests. You got this, dude. You freaking got this. So close. Oh, what's up, MSD, by the way? I saw a message. I wanted to read it. Let's see. If my life BG, my friend and I found a path in Abyss that can be done without using revives. What? Excluding Collector. The problem is 2 fights require absurd amounts of RNG, and it didn't work for me. Huh. Interesting. There's actually a path where it could be done, where you could solo every single fight up until the Collector. Well, actually, I guess technically you don't have to solo every fight, but you just can't bring a champ back to life if they die, right? That's pretty wild, dude. I did not expect Abyss progression to get that far that fast. That's pretty wild. Crazy, man. All right, let's get some of these milestones going. Actually, let me start with the 5-star arena. Yeah, I'll start here. Hello, Skeleton. What's up, man? Sending over 5 saying, been working on a melon farm in Minecraft. While watching your vid, and a lot of your opinions were why I chose Jane. I could see so much potential in her. Yeah, dude, Jane, I think is pretty cool too. We're talking a little bit about Jane yesterday. I think the only reason she didn't make it higher on my personal list is I've seen cooler Thors. The Thor from Emrock. And I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get some other cool Thors too, but I wouldn't mind seeing her get buffed. She's pretty cool. She's like the middle of the pack for champs that I want to see buffed out of that list. Dude, working on a melon farm though, eh? It's pretty interesting. The Flash sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, been practicing intercepting in Labyrinth. Thinking about using Colossus and friends. Can he do most fights? Got him rank 5, 6200. Build up to 20 armors and drop major specials. Yeah, if you're using him for the easy path, then yeah, absolutely. He's not the same as Aegon in the fact that Aegon can also handle someone like Abomination and Electro, you know, like if you're trying to do 100% of that place, Colossus wouldn't be good. But yeah, if you're just looking to do the easy path, oh yeah, man, Colossus will shred that place. There's already examples of that on YouTube, actually, and you could take a look at you know, some of those streams if you want to see exactly how it goes. Static sending over another bucks saying, I couldn't remember if you ranked him for prestige, and to lose 150 some odd points is huge. It is. The beginning of the Kabam is inept. That's harsh, but the issues are mounting. Yeah, I mean, it happens, I guess, is the way I look at it. Like, there's more serious issues in this game. There's plenty of things in this game that I definitely take more issue with. A little prestige difference because, like, okay, so here's officially what happened. I think, at least. If you look at the champion spotlight from, it was some champion before like right before Kingpin got buffed or something like that. Like one of the newest champions. They just forgot to update that number. I guess they had like, you know, copy and pasted that template or something like that. So it's a bummer, but hey, little errors like that happens. I did rank him for prestige, kind of. Obviously it wasn't like a huge prestige play, but he did enter my top 5 prestige. But I just liked him as a champion more than anything. So yeah, didn't bother me a whole lot. Thomas Shaw sending over 3 saying tweet. Sure, Thomas, what do we got? Yo, Brian decided against giving Mr. Fantastic my extra Science Tier 5 class catalyst or Science 6 stones. I'd say I made the right call. Oh, dude, yeah. Nice, man. Or wait. Okay, no, yeah, never mind. Sorry. I knew what you said, and then for a second there I thought I misinterpreted, but no. Yeah. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Yeah, I'd rather have Beardo ranked up as well. The only thing about Mr. Fantastic, I think Mr. Fantastic has a higher like prestige potential, if that's something that you care about, but I'd rather have Mr. Fantastic ranked up. Just overall better champion, you know. Congrats, dude. Hey guys, anyone know what the next arena is? The next arena is the new champ. The Iron Man lookalike dude. I don't know who the... Wait, actually, the basic, I think, is Hulkbuster? I believe the basic is Hulkbuster. Venom the Duck fact, Venom the Duck was one of the old gods. After seeing what the creatures below were experiencing, he had to have a taste of his own. So he came down to the universe and started fighting. Tweet. Okay. Let's check it out. Hang on. Ooh, I see a little picture here. Let's see what we got, though. ABG completed another variant. Unfortunately, the rewards were kind of meh. Here's another drawing. My first ever digital piece. Okay. Let's check out the rewards first. Wait. Little meh? Did you just say? Dude? Unless you already had this guy. That is not a little meh. Wait, why are these boxes outlined? Didn't you already rank up Tigra to rank 4? Or am I missing something? I like this though, man. This is pretty cool. I could totally see this being in like a... You know what this reminds me of, actually? This reminds me of like the old school story games on like PC, when you just like click to move someplace, and like click to interact with an object. You know, you like touch a torch to turn it on or something like that, and turning on the torch reveals that there's a monster in the room and you gotta run, or you know, one of those old story games that were kind of cool. But don't really exist much today. You'd rather have Mr. Fantastic ranked up? Well, no. I was saying the other way around. Unless I misspoke. I'd rather have Beardo ranked up over Mr. Fantastic. But for prestige purposes, because I need prestige, I would maybe have to go Mr. F. Mr. F's not bad either, but it's just that Beardo's better, you know. Just a reminder, don't spam, guys. Take it easy. Flash sent it over another buck, though, saying, I also have Aegon 6200, but don't understand the heavy attack into special 3 to get major damage. While they're stunned, might have to practice in Realm of Legends with that. Before going into Abyss or something, or oh no, you're probably talking about Labyrinth still. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do that. For Labyrinth, I mean, for any content, you don't have to do that. But the reason why people do it is because when you get hit, you gain furies, and when you're using the heavy attack with Aegon, you can only take a maximum of 5% damage from that next hit. So you basically trade off 5% of your health to get a temporary damage increase, and it's a significant temporary damage increase. But even so, you know, for Labyrinth, most people don't even end up doing it because they could just kind of breeze through the fight without ever throwing a special in the first place, or, you know, just saving that 5% health is fine enough. Thomas sent it over another 2 as well. Thank you, dude. Saying Beardo has insane low sig level prestige. Yeah, he definitely does. 12.3 with the stones. I was able to get him to sig 51. Don't think I have a sig 200 for a while. Yeah, fair enough. He's definitely a champ I want to see out of my next batch of crystals, if possible. Just I would take him to rank 3 instantly for the exact same reason, the prestige increase. He's good. I mean, he's a good champ too, like we were saying already. But you did already rank Tiger to rank 4. Those gems came too late. Okay, yeah, gotcha, Undermother. No slow mode today. Slow mode I try to keep off every day, but it like bugs out on YouTube and puts it back on. What's up, Cam? Hi. After you see my tweet, no need to check. Remember, I still love you. Just don't agree with your reasoning behind fix it. Okay, fair enough. If you disagree, that's fine. Add it to the list of things that we disagree on, I guess, Cam. But if there's no need to check, then I won't. Ankit sending over 40 rupees saying stack fatigue plus special 2. Ant-Man already poison god. Dude, believe it or not, Ant-Man got buffed. I did not include him. For the people that saw my video earlier where I said 20 champions got buffed pre-2021, I did not include Ant-Man in that list. But believe it or not, Ant-Man actually did get buffed once already. He got buffed in 12.0. They increased his poison damage output, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a twofold buff. I think one was they increased his poison damage, and then 2, did they increase the chance to apply weakness or something like that? It might have just been one of those things. I really don't remember. It was a terrible buff. It did almost nothing for the champion. so I didn't include that one when I was counting, but he actually did get buffed once. Yeah, I mean, he's not good. It's just he already has a purpose. I want to make it so that every time you pull a champion from a crystal, it feels like you didn't just waste that crystal pull in some way, even if it's just in the slightest way. And Ant-Man also, I didn't include this in the video, but Ant-Man's an Avenger, right? Other Avengers, they're going to continue to get added to the game, and there's more potential for him to be synergy partners along with those champions and stuff like that. He's always going to have a place in this game, whether he gets buffed or not. And yeah, eventually maybe buff him, but man, come on, dude. It does not feel good pulling Joe Fix-It. Ant-Man got a buff with glance. They give glance? I thought he always had glance, didn't he? I mean, I guess before they added awaken abilities to champions, but then we're going way, way, way back. I think the EZ sent over another $1.50 with the hot dog saying, I think the devs might have forgot about Ghost when they made the Hot and Bothered / Icarus path. I just took Domino out in 8 hits. I think the devs gave up. Straight up, man. I think they gave up trying to design around Ghost.
Man loves beans.
At all. Well, maybe not at all. In some areas of the game, they still try to, but in a lot of questing content, I feel like they just... it's impossible. If you design around Ghost, you also design around most other champions in the game. And I think that's... I think they tried to get away from that when it comes to like Act 7, because it just does more damage then it does help the game. But yeah. Fluffy Monster's sending over $1 saying, Beaver, how the Nard are ya? Dog. What is that? What? Wow, chicka bow wow. When the bow wow goes down, down goes the chicka wow? Fluffy Monster, what are you saying? Drop it down like is bow chicka wow. If you don't bow wow. Is this a song? Do you woo wow or woo-weeze? Anyways, happy chicka bow wow birthday, you Pelon Gangta. Okay then. Fluffy Monster, this is getting harder and harder to read every single time. Why do you do this? Why, man? My goodness. It's not even my birthday. Oh, man. Thank you for the $1, though. A terrible buff is not a buff. Yeah, exactly. I just don't want Joe fixed because I don't want him to be the best Hulk. He could end up being the best Hulk. I want Hulk to be the best Hulk. That's pretty fair. If they buffed him, he actually did it. He would have the potential to be the best Hulk. Right now, I'd say it's got to be. I would, man, I would say it's She-Hulk followed by Red Hulk, but I know some people would flip those two around. And other people even still would maybe say a different Hulk. Speaking of, what up, Super Saiyan? BG 7.2 Armor Break Global for all of 7.2. Yeah, man. I mean, people joked about that stuff whenever people were like, oh, yeah, what do you mean? It's so easy to counter Ghost. All you do is add Armor Break everywhere. But I mean, outside of that, what do you... there's not that many ways to shut down Ghost. That wouldn't be very interesting. I don't even want Ants, just don't want Fix It. I have a 6-star Fix It too. Pretty sure he was a featured pull too, so 15k Fix It. And I have a 66-star Ant, but voted for Agent Venom because the reasons don't got him. Agent Venom to me honestly doesn't seem that interesting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Agent Venom fans. I didn't want to hate on Agent Venom, but I'm about to. He looks super cool, and when I first saw him, I was stoked, man. I was so pumped for Agent Venom being added to the contest. And then I look at the skill class, and the skill class, you know, a lot of it ends up being fairly similar. That's how all the classes are. You could easily argue that, right? A lot of the classes, that's their thing, is they have different, it's like their class identities, right? But the skill class has one of the least enticing class identities to me in the entire game. You shrug off debuffs. Neat. Agent Venom, I think because he's like that symbiote to him, and even just in his baseline abilities today, he has what's it called? He has like some anti-evade for the Spideyverse champions, but nobody's using Agent Venom as an anti-Spidey champ. Maybe they would. Maybe he would just get added to that list, but I don't know. Venom, he just crushes those champs already and everything. I don't find Agent Venom to be that interesting of a buff candidate. Sean Wright, sending you over to. Thank you very much. Did you already talk about the Kingpin situation and hashtag buff Jane Foster? You're the second person to mention Kingpin today. Are you just talking about the Prestige thing? Did someone else bring this up somewhere else on YouTube? That's my only guess as to why more than one person's talking about it now. If you're talking about his Prestige, there was like a typo in the original champion spotlight for him or something, but the Prestige that he has in game is apparently his correct prestige. So it's a bummer because, you know, he is one of my prestige champs, but at the end of the day, it's not too big a deal. Is Hunter in here? Days long I've been gone, yet thy Magoo rambles like a jovial song. Such brilliant tangent arrangements deserves a fine bean delight. And glimmering beneath the dastardly moonlight, a true grand sight. Hunter, I barely understood 3 of those words in your entire write-up there. Oh, Hunter, by the way, dude, your the picture, your bean thing picture or whatever, it doesn't actually show up, man. It's just like it's not even a picture. It just says like there's an error whenever I click on it, and it's just like a brown background to a picture, but not actually a picture. So I tried, man. I tried to add it. And then I went back to the original bean thing one that you sent over. I dug and found that, and same thing. It's not actually a picture. So I don't know what got uploaded or what happened to it, but it's not actually a picture. Hi, hello, what's up, Star? Spent 2 hours today building an IKEA nightstand, and now I'm tired. That sounds about right. The old IKEA assemblies. Ugh. They take a lot out of me. Anytime I have to assemble furniture where they give you like it's just like one sheet. It's like one sheet, and they just have like 100 different 100 parts laid out, and they're like, and you flip over the sheet, and it's just a completed product, and you're like, how do I, son of a. Oh, I see. KT and Prof both released videos on it. Oh, okay. Wow, surprising that came up now. Kingpin got buffed like how long ago? I'm really surprised. This was an issue I got to the bottom of that issue like a week after the buff came out. I'm surprised. Pooba the Great and Nova Buck saying hashtag vote for Ant-Man. Pooba, you monster. Oh man. I want to re-emphasize that if people actually do think that Ant-Man's the coolest on the list, which is fair, then that's cool, man. Vote for him. But I still feel like a lot of people are voting for him because, I don't want him to be dead weight when I use Ghost. I want my entire team to be OP. I don't like that reason. A lot of champ spotlights are filled with mistakes. Always trust Aunt May when it comes to stuff like that, since Aunt May actually gets info from the game files. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, occasionally Aunt May is not correct either, just because, like, I mean, it wasn't vision bugged for a while. So it's like a combination. If you see something fishy on Aunt May, ask Kabam, and yeah. But the Kingpin thing, that's old news. Dark L Dragons and over a buck. Thank you, dude, saying don't be hating on Agent Venom. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Same way we feel about Joe Fixit. He sucks compared to Agent Venom. Is very powerful in comics. Is much more interesting story compared to Can't Fix It anything. I will say I don't even know much about his story, but his story, Agent Venom at least, he does seem like he has he is a little bit more involved with the story, so that's a fair reason if you want to see Agent Venom buffed for that. That's cool. I just think for the game, like game wise, I don't know, man. Joe Fixit, he just seems the best. He seems like the best contribution to the game itself. That's all. Oh, this is messed up, man. I got this permanent shock on him and he's just healing from it. I don't want to do this matchup. Why did I put Guardian versus Magneto? Die! Please! Yes. Tommy Jackson sent it over 5. Tommy, thank you, dude. Saying, sup, BG. Should I rank up 6-star Longshot to rank 2? Do you think he is worth it? Also, love you, bro. Keep up the awesome work. Tommy, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support and the kind words and everything. Longshot, he's a solid enough champion to rank up. Yes. However, does come with a however. Why are you ranking him? Let me ask you that. Do you have a purpose? Because Longshot, for me, he's a very specific champion. If you need a champion that counters opponents with lots of buffs, Longshot will rip them to shreds. But a lot of other champions will rip those champs to shreds, and much easier, I might add. Look at the champ I'm using right now, Ronin. He just stun locks those opponents. You don't even have to play the game. You just totally cheese it, totally stun lock them, easy. And what it seems like, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, what it seems like is maybe you're reaching a little bit. Just, you know, maybe you got a good 6-star champ, getting a little bit antsy, getting excited, want to get him to rank 2, and it's possible that maybe you're overlooking your 5-stars that could be even better towards your progression. If that is the case, if that does describe the case, I would highly recommend looking again at your 5-stars and you know, ranking up one of those, or just like rank for the content that you're looking to counter, essentially. And Longshot, he doesn't directly counter a lot of like the current end game content, being the variants and you know, acts. He's good in some areas, don't get me wrong, but maybe not like extremely versatile in Act 6 or Act 7 or something like that. So is he good enough to rank up? He is, but I'm kind of looking past the question, and if what I said resonates with where you're currently at in the game and your mindset and stuff like that, then it might actually be better just to leave him at rank 1 and rank up another champ. If what I said doesn't describe your situation, then yeah, he's cool. You can rank him up. Hope that made sense. What's up, Karate Mike? Yo, BG, I'll donate 1 million beans if you change your vote to Ant-Man. Karate Mike, I can't believe you would try to bribe me like this. It's really... Sorry, guys. I need to talk about this for a second, because apparently Karate Mike thinks that I could be bought with beans, and that's just not the case. You can't buy me, Karate Mike. Okay? So no, I'm not going to no, dude, I don't need your beans. Vote for Ant-Man, please vote for Ant-Man. I need these beans. Everybody, quick, vote for Ant-Man. All right. Anyway, Pooba the Great sending over another buck, saying, I'm just trolling. I'm going for Jane. I have a 660 6-star, unfortunately. Good lord, 660 6-star Jane. Pooba, that's rough, man. That is rough. Whew. Wait, star, and then some are going, oh, if they buff Ant-Man, he won't have glancing anymore. To have folks vote for him. Also, what? He's for sure gonna keep his glancing. He's gonna be 10 times more annoying to fight against than he is today. That's like a guarantee. Dark Elf Dragon sending over another buck. Thank you, dude. Saying still love you, BG. Keep up the great work, bro. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Scott sending over a buck. What up, Scott? See where you're at. BG just pulled 6-star Nexus from free Cav Crystal. What? So happy. I'm gonna open it now and post a pic on Twitter. Okay. All right. Yeah, let us know when it's posted, man. Or is it posted already? Let me see. No, I don't see it yet. So yeah. Let us know when it's posted. Good luck, dude. Tim Boberek. Tim, thank you very much, man. Appreciate the 10. Saying, finally pulled Aegon yesterday. Hey, after 50-ish dual class crystals. I know that game. And did my first clear in Abyss. Nice, dude. Thoughts on bringing duped Aegon, or duped Dragon Man to rank 3. Already have Doom rank 3. They're fairly different champions. They're very different, in fact. So yeah, man, I think that's totally fine. I think Dragon Man is a very worthwhile rank 3. I would have never even thought about it for a split second, if you didn't mention Doom. But even after thinking about it for a split second, yeah, having them both ranked up would be good. Just because they're different. They're totally different. So yeah, man, congrats. Great pull if you just recently pulled him, and if not, either way, congrats on getting Aegon doing Abyss. Scott posted the pic on Twitter. Need help, but leaning towards a new champ. Okay. What do we have? Okay, I need help on this one. I mean, if you're leaning towards the new champ, yeah, there's only one new champ here. I would also lean to the new champ. Tigra is really cool. Like, obviously these are the two picks, right? Tigra and Invisible Woman. And as cool as Tigra is, I mean, just getting, like, I don't know, there's something really satisfying about completing the members of the Fantastic Four. New champions, they're always fun to have. Unless you wanted to, like, rank up and play Tigra today, then yeah, I would go with Invisible Woman myself. But they're both good pulls, whichever you want to go with. If you are a Tigra fan, then yeah, you probably would want to pick up that Tigra. I'm not even like a anti-fan. I don't know, what would you call a hater? I guess I'm not even a Tigra hater or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, man. There's some weird thing about the Fantastic Four. Even if I'm not going to be using the champs, like if they were both new, then I would have taken Tigra. But there's something about completing the Fantastic Four that's just really satisfying. Invisible Woman is the only one I don't have as a 6-star. Yeah, see, that's like me with Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is the only one I don't have as a 6-star, and I would love to pull him just because of that reason. Invisible Woman is underrated, but honestly, I'd probably pick Tigra. She doesn't need the dupe, but it's nice to have. Yeah, it's pretty fair. BG, did you hear about the mediocre restaurant on the moon? It has great food, but no atmosphere. Oh, Croyan, why? Boo. Boo. How many points are needed to get the champ? So I have my predictions in the bottom left corner of the screen. Anytime there's an arena stream going, that's where you can see the predictions. They're just guesses. There is no score to get to guarantee the champs unless you want to overshoot like crazy because you're competing against other players. Also, I don't know how long you've been playing the game, just on the off chance that you are a little bit newer, I'll explain that there is a beginner, intermediate, and veterans bracket. And the beginner and intermediate bracket, it's for the first 30 and first 60 days that you're playing the game. The scores that I have in the bottom left corner of the screen, those are for the veterans that are all lumped in once you've been playing this game for 60 days or longer. Oh Lord, this is tough. I'm leaning towards Tigra 50-50 right now. It is tough, man. I honestly would sit there and think about it for a while myself. Because it wasn't my crystal, I came to the conclusion of Invisible Woman a little faster, but I probably would sit there and think about it for a bit. Actually, okay, so I'm in a little bit of a different situation too. And I wasn't necessarily thinking about this when I said I'd pick Invisible Woman. But if I just thought about my own situation, my next 4 Mystic Tier 5 class Catalysts, they're ready to Doom and Sorcerer Supreme. I can't take another Mystic champ to rank 3. My next 4 Mystics, they need to be reserved. For whenever we can get champs to rank 4. I already have 3 Mystics at rank 3 anyway, so it's okay, but that's kind of my game plan with class types that I already have like a few champions ranked up in. I'm holding on to those things basically. I'm sure we'll get like selectors and more things like that. Most people probably don't need to hold on to the catalyst as long as I will be, but sometimes the selectors are more reserved for paid things. So it's partially a free-to-play approach that I'm taking, and then also what if I want to select a different class type? Mutant is the class type I want the most rank ups in, so most of my selectors go to Mutant. Rain, which GM phase is the hardest? The reverse controls. I think that's the sub 30% phase. Easy. It's by far the hardest. Your first run through, everything's gonna feel a little bit hard just because it's new. But even after your first run through, the reverse controls can easily trip you up. Magoo, the beard is growing into a true force of nature like a chia pet of pure bean-fueled testosterone and manliness. Brian the Viking is soon upon us. A mane of such glory that rivals Odin himself. Is it really? I don't know. I feel like this beard... it's funny. I think people notice the beard more because the top of my head is, I have a cleaner bald cap on these days. But I feel like this is like the same beard that I always had when I was just lazy about, cleaning up the top. What if you played the game a while back and started to play the game again? Does this still affect the veterans bracket for Cosmic Ghost Rider Arena? Yes, it does. It's like the clock starts ticking the moment you enter the game. Even if you don't play for like a year after your first day playing, you were lumped in with the vets. Don't you think we're going to start seeing the floodgates open on tier 5 class catalysts once we can commonly rank 4 champs? Possibly, Karate Mike, but because I want, like, all right, let me explain a little bit deeper why it matters more for me as well. My 2 top prestige champions are both Mystic. If they were spread around to other class types, then yeah, who cares? Because all I need to do is get 2, and worst case scenario, you can get at least 1 pretty quick, right? So like hold on to 1 catalyst, and then you're good to, complete the second one fairly quick, within a reasonable amount of time, right? But because both of my top prestige champions are Mystic, those are probably my first 2 rank 4s. It could change by the time we get to rank 4s, and if it changes, then hey, I'll start spending my Mystic class Catalyst again. But I have 0 right now, and I would probably get to 1 if I opened up all of my crystals and cleared the variants. I think I have about 6 catalysts worth, little bit more, including all the variants, probably like 6.5. So I have about 1 Mystic class catalyst, and I want to get several. But yeah, I could probably do like 1 more rank up. Still be okay, I guess. Jared Vincent sending over 15 saying Bean Fund hashtag vote Joe Fix It. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Vote for Joe. Jared, thank you, dude. Appreciate the very generous 15, man. Thank you very much. Ah, man, something else that I forgot, though, guys, about the whole voting thing. This is why reading is important. I didn't realize that it's only the top 2 most voted for champs that move on. So, even though I voted for Joe, and I'd like to see more people get behind Joe, it's like it's like already done for them, man. You know, only 2 champs are gonna move on, so him and Kamala, they're completely out. There's like no hope, no chance. It ain't happening. Can't even move on to the next round of voting. But still, hashtag vote for Joe Fix It. Jared, thank you again, dude. Remember when BG was determined to take down Realm of Legends Wolverine? Why is determined in quotes? I was determined, and I did take him down. that was a hell of a journey right there, man. Some good times. I was thinking about those recently, and let's just say still coming soon video for Realm of Legends. It's taken so long to edit this damn thing, but it's gonna be cool. Hi all, lurking today. What's up, Ms. Jane? ABG, what were you doing before you started playing MCOC? Maxing, relaxing, and shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Sorry, I think I butchered those lyrics. I don't remember exactly what the lyrics are, but of course that's the Fresh Prince song. Anyway, before MCOC, man, I kind of took a break from games entirely, which I never thought I'd say in my life. But I was finding every single game to be really boring. A lot of the game, you know, I like to really get into the game that I'm playing, and a lot of games were being made where like the game holds your hand, you know, and like you can't make a mistake. There's nothing you could do wrong, which, you know, is very welcoming to a new player. But at the same time, it's like, well, why am I even thinking when I'm playing this game if the game is designed so that I can't possibly screw something up? I swear that's how a lot of games were feeling to me. And so I was like, man, I don't even want to play games anymore. So then I was just trying to design my own games, because that's ultimately what I want to do, is just like make my own games. I think that'd be so cool. The last game that I was really playing before MCOC. Oh, and by the way, when I say like games are holding your hand, I mean like PvE games. Of course, in PvP situations, you're always up against another player, and the other player, when you're trying to fight them, they're not going to be holding your hand. But the last game that I was playing, I guess it was Hearthstone, probably. That was back in like 2012, though, I think. And then I only played that. I played that game through like the second expansion for it or something, which I don't remember what it's called. I think the first one was the Naxxramas. I don't know. I played it for a bit and then got bored and was looking around for something else and couldn't really find anything else. What is this Realm of Legends Wolvie video? Was it from a random stream? No, dude. Karate Mike. This was like before I even knew how to stream. I wanted to stream going through Realm of Legends. Back when I was like, you know, first started playing the game. I mean, it took me like 7 months to get to that point. But I wanted to stream my process through going through Realm of Legends. And I didn't know how to stream. So I had to settle for just, you know, recording videos. And you know, Realm of Legends was serious back then, man. So, you know, I was like making a series out of Realm of Legends, each one of the fights. And when I got to Wolverine, I failed. I couldn't take him down. Back then there was like three options, I guess. One of them was guillotine, any star level guillotine. 3 realistic options, okay? There's technically more than 3 options, but the 3 most realistic options were guillotine, OG guillotine that is, Star-Lord and holding a high enough combo to outpace the healing eventually, which I think you needed like a 400 hit combo or something like that, and the highest I ever got to was like 200 or something. And then the third was Scarlet Witch. And I didn't have Scarlet Witch, but Scarlet Witch was also capable of doing it. Which actually was probably the easiest. If you just got like the stun masteries, Mystic Dispersion, and just, you know, stun lock the hell out of the opponent. You were fighting against RNG, so for the most part Wolverine was stun locked, but sometimes it would take a lot of hits. Anyway, didn't have Scarlet Witch. So, and I was struggling with Star-Lord. I was going back and forth trying with Star-Lord, trying with Guillotine, and I only had a 2-star Guillotine at the time, and just couldn't do it, so I had to quit out. And the worst part is like, you know, I was trying to upload the videos like every day or every other day or something like that, and I was uploading these videos of the champions like one at a time fights, even knowing that I failed at Star-Lord. And I didn't even know what I was gonna do when I got to that point. I was like, oh god, man, I gotta find some way to get through this guy. I didn't want to tell everybody right away that well, I tried, guys, it's over. So yeah, then I came up with a different strategy, which was Black Widow. So I mean, I should have mentioned that too. Black Widow was another strategy, so I guess there's more than 3, but Black Widow was another way to get through it. It was definitely a different time in the game. I honestly didn't even know how to parry before I got into Realm of Legends. There wasn't quite the plethora of content that we have available today, where you can kind of just get some tips and learn how to play the game a bit faster. And the champions definitely weren't as strong outside of like a few OP ones. Wait, WTF, is that purple thing? What's up, Champion Nova? Dude, where have you been? That's Dragon Man, dude. Took me a year to beat Realm of Legends back when I first started, and even longer for Road to the Labyrinth. I feel bad in a way for newer players who will never experience that sensation of accomplishment, since they removed the need to do it for Labyrinth. Yeah. Yeah, in a way. I'm sure those people are pretty happy that they don't have to do it. But yeah, I love stuff like that, man. So I was kind of bummed that they took away that requirement. And I was really bummed that they didn't have a Road to the Abyss. quest. I hope the next, whatever the follow-up is, the next Abyss, I hope they have like a little preliminary quest that you have to get through to prove your worth. To prove that you could even fight against the Grandmaster or whoever it's going to be in the follow-up to the Abyss. Let's complete some objectives here with Mojo. I love Mojo, man. I wish I could rank this guy up if I didn't just throw all of my resources into Mystic Champions recently. Maybe if I get a 4 to 5 Mystic Gem, maybe that's who I'd give it to. Hey, look at that. We got another key. Sweet. Grab that later. BG, what if the next end game had item use limits? Mixed feelings. I've thought a lot about this, Static. Mixed feelings. So here's the best way. Actually, I'll explain why mixed feelings, and then I'll explain how I think it could be done. So, game crash, of course. Stupid game. All right. So, first thing is, I like it because it forces you to not just unit man your way through the content. You have to get your roster to a certain point, and you know, of course, the more skilled you are, the less dependent you are on the roster and all that. But even if you don't have the skills, you could eventually, you know, pull stronger champions and be able to overcome the challenge. And you wouldn't just be we've all done it. We've all used a bunch of items in certain quests to get through it, right? But it's not as interesting to me as like if you really find like the best strategy to get through the content. To me, that feels the best. The problem is, well, I don't mean to sound insulting when I say this, but it's just the reality of it. You might never get to a point where where your roster combined with skill can get you through a quest, and then it'd feel pretty bad. I think there's like a nice balance to this game where it's like, yeah, if you can use the best strategy and develop your skills and stuff like that, you could save a bunch of items. And like that's your reward for doing that, is that you don't have to spend units, and then you could spend the units on other bundles or, you know, other areas of the game, and technically like get more rewards, so to speak, for going through that content. So I kind of like that people have unit man as a backup option, you know. So here's what I think could be done to meet the best of the both worlds. Have an objective. Have a special objective for that content, where if you can make it through and only use a certain number of items, then you're given something special. It doesn't need to be an item. It could be, but it doesn't need to be. It could be something cosmetic. You know, kind of like taking that challenge on, like on the next level. But it doesn't stop people from going through and experiencing that content. And, you know, I feel like that'd be the best of both worlds. Statics, seeing Overbuck saying, what if the gatekeeper quest, like road to, yeah, whatever the next abyss is, right? Road to the XXX, was item limited, but the actual end game was not. That's interesting. It's an interesting idea. Again, I guess I would say that it would feel a little bit bad just kind of shutting some people out of that content. I like the idea. I worry for, you know, I worry that it would create too much of a barrier for that content, I guess. So I think I really do think the best way to do it is to have it kind of like an achievement system. I kind of hate the word achievements because other games throw them around like candy, like, oh wow, you got your first 2-star champion, you just unlocked an achievement. That's not an achievement. What? they force you to get a PhD in this game early on. I don't even want to spend the 50 units, but going through the tutorial, you know, but that's how some games are. They kind of abuse the term achievement, but some games do it right, and they keep that stuff to like the bigger challenges. I wouldn't, by the way, I wouldn't be mad if they used achievement for like beating Maestro in Act 4. Like that, I mean, that's pretty good. But some games, they literally, you're playing an RPG and you do the most simple task ever. You hit level 2 and they want to, you know, jump for joy, congratulations, all this stuff. That's why I say that. But that's what I would want it to be. You can get an achievement for beating content in, you know, only using this amount of items, kind of thing. Fear and Loathing NYC sent in over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying I'm doing Alliance War for the first time in years. Welcome back to the competition, man. My mastery setup runs suicides and is anti-Alliance War. Can I see your setup or get a recommendation? Thanks, BG. Yeah, sort of. Okay, so let's go check out masteries. If you run suicides, what most people do when running suicides is they just drop the you know, recoil, liquid courage, double edge when placing defenders. So like this exact setup here, I would just hit recover and I'd put all the points in except for I wouldn't even bother putting the point in glass cannon either. So except for like the 8 points, glass cannon, recoil, 3 in liquid courage, 3 in double edge, I wouldn't put those points in. So I'd have 8 points left. I'd place all my defenders, and then I'd put the points back in the suicides. That's only if you're using suicides for your attacking Alliance War champions, though. Hey man, Maestro in Act 4 was Grandmaster in Act 6 back in the day. Yeah, no, that's why I said that does count as an achievement. That definitely counts as an achievement. But anyway, so I would even go as far to say like defeating Kang in Act 2. I would still count that as an achievement. I wouldn't necessarily give a ton of rewards for it, but anyway, whatever. Sorry, back to the mastery thing. Getting sidetracked here. Back to the masteries. So yeah, you could do that. Your masteries, they're always going to depend on which champions you're using for attack, though. The champs that I'm bringing to attack, more often than not, Torch is my main champion, and then it kind of just fills in with whatever else. Doom, Warlock, whoever, Sorcerer Supreme. Most of my attacking champions are not suicide friendly, so I just, once the season begins, I'm going to recover my masteries. I'll put in all the masteries you see here except for the suicides, and then I'll take those 8 points and I'll max out Despair. I'm not really using champs that have bleeds, but of course, if you are, then you'd want to put more points in Deep Wounds. I do put a few points in Assassin, but that's pretty much it. Then you know, my defensive tree, it never changes. For the most part, every once in a while I put points in Coagulate, but for the most part, it stays the way it is. Technically, sometimes Resonate too, but. And then same thing for defense here. I like having maxed out Mystic Dispersion. I do place some Mystic Defenders on defense. And again, I use some Mystic Attackers. If you're not, then, you know, obviously you don't need Mystic Dispersion. But I'd say that's really all you have to think about is if you still want to run suicides, just make sure that you take them out before putting your defense in. And then just think about the champs that you're bringing to attack and what's going to benefit them the most, whether you want to run suicides or not still. That's it. Let me go hop in AQ real quick and finish up my last couple AQ fights. What Colossus is this? Ready for season 60,243 of Alliance War? Actually, I am, dude. I don't know, man. I used to groan when Alliance War season started, but I get excited for them now. The gameplay hasn't changed in a while, which is disappointing. And I'm so ready for Alliance War changes to happen. But it's the reward. Oh God! Oh, I thought I parried there and I didn't. Dang. It's the rewards. Yeah, man. I need more 6-star shards, and this is the absolute best place to get it. So I'm very much so ready. Can I get an ETA on that A-bomb versus I-bomb race vid, Magoo? Not soon, Hunter. Not soon at all. I told you that one's much lower priority for me. I do have another race video in the works, and then just some other videos entirely that I want to upload first. But yeah, that one is not gonna happen for a bit. Parries don't work in AQ. I've never really had that issue. I was probably just too late on it or something. Because yeah, most of the time my champs stay pretty healthy in this place. Alliance War rewards need to be buffed. If you're not in a plat or above Alliance, it's not worth it. Yeah, Alliance War in general, it probably has the most amount of issues in this entire game, just period. So I should have used I-bomb here, even with class disadvantage, just to get more I-bomb action. King Groot, his damage output's really not too bad with this synergy though, man. I'm telling you, it's a solid synergy. You're supposed to intercept, not parry for the big numbers. Oh yeah, we have the intercept thing on today, right? Let's get a few intercepts going. Come on, bud. There it is. Dang, I didn't keep the extra attack. Didn't get the attack bonus here with my poison. Ronald Taylor sending over 10. Ronald, thank you very much, dude. Saying, hey BG, why do you think they haven't done a quality of life update for mastery setups? Couldn't they just put a unit price on presets? I don't know, man. So I've talked to Kabam at Comic-Con about, everybody wants it. Kabam, they've mentioned it like officially in interviews both at Comic-Con and not at Comic-Con. Did they? Oh man, I can't remember if they mentioned it in the roadmaps when they released those back in, what was it, July last year. They want to do it, but here's what they told me at Comic-Con before. They said something along the lines of it's not as easy as we think, I guess. They said because masteries are one of the oldest systems in the game, they didn't really go into detail of how, but they said like it's just being such like an archaic system or whatever, it's hard to make any kind of changes like that. So I don't exactly know what's holding them back, but I know they do want that kind of stuff in game. Everybody wants it, man. The mastery system, it's so cumbersome and annoying to use. Like, it's actually not that bad of a system overall, like for how simple it is. It does add a decent amount of depth to the game and your champions and stuff like that, but it's pretty rough to actually just use it, you know. Yeah, this was a very slow fight actually. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. Wish I had the answer. I wish I was a better programmer, just to have a little bit more insight as to like what could be the big deal, because it does seem like it's not that hard to do, you know, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it actually is more of a challenge, otherwise they would have done it a long time ago, you know. But anyway, please don't spam, guys. You're just gonna get timed out, and then if you keep spamming, you're gonna get banned. Jacob Paul sending over 5. Thank you, Jacob, saying just got uncollected 6-star Corvus, made it easier. Dude, congrats, man. Yeah, I bet using a 6-star Corvus going through uncollected, that is the dream right there. Most people are using 4-star Corvuses out here swinging a 6-star glaive. Nice though, dude. Congrats, man. What the fudge is up, Bry Guy? What up, J Divine? All right, AQ is all done. Let's go back to arena. Pop a cav for your lovers? No. The calves, I'm done with the calves, man. Let's go finish up the 6-star arena now. Ah, man. Gotta hit all these helps. Here's another system that I would love if they could do something with. This damn help system, man. Gee, speaking of masteries, for 2 seasons now, I run suicides full time, especially for arena and AQ. I reset offensively only for defensive placement and then put them back on. I sometimes have to swap again next. That's where the message ends. Sometimes have to swap again next for whatever paths and champs I'm assigned. That being said, would it be worth it to continue this or just run without them and just do my best in arena? I can't really answer that. That's something that you have to experiment with. It's the reason why I don't run suicides. I wouldn't mind running suicides everywhere outside of war. In my regular quests, in Alliance quest, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. Running suicides, no problem. But war, of course, you don't want them on defense. Oh, excuse me. And depending on the champs using for attack, yeah, it's not really possible. It's not realistic. But you got to feel it out for yourself to see, you know, can you still grind arena? Is it because you don't miss out on that much arena grinding for not having suicides on, but the feeling of it feels so much slower, and you actually have to pay more attention to the fights because you actually have to bait out specials, whereas when you're running suicides, like, you think this torch is going to make it to a special 3 this fight? No, he threw a special 1, but I wasn't trying to bait it. I was just going to kill him. But if I was not running suicides, maybe I would have had to bait a special there, depending on the champ I was using. And that's pretty annoying. And it makes me not want to play arena when I don't have suicides on. The arena, it's not just about units too, is the other thing to keep in mind. Is if I look at my gold storage, it's 12.5 million. That used to be a lot higher. And since not having suicides on, it's, even if technically the units are like balancing out or something like that, or potentially being a little bit higher for not running suicides, the rest of my resources, I mean, gold is just going to be down no matter what, right? Like, even one less round in the arena is less gold. So Unless you also spend the units to get gold, but that's kind of complicated. I mean, the math is complicated at least. So I'm going to run an incursions tournament where only 3-star and less are allowed. Would anyone be interested in joining? I think that's a good idea for a tournament. It's an interesting idea, at least. I think I'm taking a break from incursion tournaments myself. But I think it's a good idea for one. Get out of here, Apocalypse. Hey, what up? We're getting a Rob Von raid. What up, dude? Thanks for the raid. Yo, bud, if the buff champ winds up only being mainly as a support champ, i.e. White Mags, is that a good enough buff? Absolutely, yeah. White Mags is not just a support champ, but that is like his main draw to the champ, right? Over the other mags. But he's certainly not just a support champ. If we didn't have red mags in the game, people would consider White Mags a competent champion in his own right, who also has support abilities. But oh, there we go. There's the last key objective I needed as well. But the fact that red mags exist, yeah, it definitely overshadows White Mags. But yeah, even as like a support champ, like, I mean, if they're good like this, then yeah. If it's a support champ like Heimdall, oh boy. If it's a support champ like Heimdall, I think it could still qualify as a buff depending on who the champion is. Like, it wouldn't make sense if I mean, it's kind of the reason why Odin was an issue for a lot of people, right? Is because nobody really wanted Odin to be a support champion. So, you know, if you take someone who's like supposed to be a powerful champion or entity by themselves and you turn them into a support character, then no, I'd say that's not really like a good buff. But if they did take someone that you get the feeling like, oh, I'm having a hard time thinking of a champion that's in the game like this right now, so maybe there aren't any. But if there was a champion that you could see like, oh yeah, this guy would be more of that support character, and they did buff him up to have like a Heimdall-esque type of support, then I would say yeah, that counts. They just have to pick the right champ to have something like that. That's what I'm getting at. Dude, Heimdall saved me many revives throughout the years. Yeah. You know, I never really used Heimdall on the team much myself. I guess part of the reason is because I didn't have him as a 5-star, so I couldn't take him into Act 6 content. For the longest, at least. But, he's definitely an interesting character. I mean, I just want every champion to have a purpose, I guess, is what I'm getting at too. So like, yeah, if they buffed the champ so that they were mostly support, the fact that they have a purpose, the fact that when you pull them out of a crystal, you can at least come up with an idea of how to use that champion in some way. That's what I hate about Joe Fixit, is you can't. There is no redeeming qualities about the guy. And he has the potential to be so cool. Whereas the other champs, I mean, there might be other champs on that list where maybe you could say the same thing too. but you know, I was comparing against Ant-Man because, well, he's the most voted for. But yeah, he has a purpose. Anywho. There's no redeeming quality about Jane Foster. Yeah. I mean, Mike's in here. I know Mike kind of has this thing for Jane Foster, but I would agree with that too. There's not really any redeeming quality about pulling Jane Foster. Let me pull her up on Aunt May. I didn't even realize she got a new synergy here. Personal shock effects last longer. Okay. I guess you could stun lock a little bit longer and stuff. That's nice. Yeah, there's really not much. Pretty rough. Pretty rough indeed, man. I think that when she first got added to the game though, I didn't think she was that bad. Her heavy attack is actually one of my favorite in the entire game. I wish we could see some animations on Aunt May. Then we never need to play the game, right? We could just always look on Aunt May. But her heavy attack is just like, you know, spinning the hammer. I always thought that was really cool. That was like the first champion in the game that I saw they did something like that with. Even if there were others, she was the first one I noticed. Groot was the second one, by the way, where he like balls up his fist. I think it looks really cool. But she, believe it or not, Jane Foster already got buffed. I think she got buffed twice, if I'm not mistaken. These weren't always 100% chances to deal shock. It was like 70% chance, 80, 100 or something like that. I don't know. And then I don't know, did she always have the stagger thing? Because this stagger thing is actually pretty legit. Like, obviously, if you have a developed roster, you're not going to be relying on Jane Foster for her staggers. But it's pretty legit, man. Having the heavy attack staggers. Her awaken ability, before Corvus got added, this was a ton of crit damage rating. She had like some of the strongest crits in the game, guaranteed crits. But then Corvus got added, and it was like 1200 crit damage rating. I mean, that's a joke, right? Like, who cares about 1200 crit damage rating? Let's go look at Corvus's real quick. Corvus is out here gaining over 3000 per mission. Okay, I'm done looking at Aunt May for now, because I'm just gonna get sad at how something like that could even be balanced. you give Jane Foster 1200 for being Sig 200, and then you give Corvus 3000 per charge. Okay. What balance? Is there balance in this game? I don't think so. Jacob Paul sent it over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, what if they did that for Joe Fixit? Have it be he gives his cards as pre-fight buffs. It's not a bad idea. So I really like the idea of pulling multiple cards. But if you can have like a pre-fight where you could select like your first one or something like that, or maybe similar to like Venom the Duck's synergy, where you're able to like target different buff types. Maybe if you had, maybe with Joe Fixit, you'd have like two of his cards would be offensive and two would be more defensive, and then you can kind of like turn them on or something. They'd be defaulted to offensive, because that's what most people would want. Or if they did all 4 cards, they would have to default it to like the most common one. That could be good. EGAQ timer's 30 minutes today. Why? Some alliances were having issues starting up AQ. They posted an official response on the forums. We'll go check out the official. right here. Summoners, during this series of Alliance quests, some alliances have been encountering an issue that pushes their AQ start timer later and later each day. We're working on a fix for this issue. In the meantime, we'll be reducing the Alliance quest timer to 30 minutes for the remainder of the series. Shout out to the alliances who are having issues for hooking the rest of us up with some 30-minute timers. You know, I don't think we had any issues in our alliance, at least. But I know, I definitely know other people were. Alyssa sent an over 2. Thank you very much. Saying, got Black Widow Deadly Origin from my second 6-star. Where's she best used? That's a good second 6-star. Right now, to be honest, she gets overlooked by some of the other skill champs, especially some of the newly reworked skill champs. But she's just a solid all-around champion. She has a ton of shock damage. That's like her most notable feature when playing the champion offensively, is that her shock damage is through the roof. So right now you can just use her in kind of any content where you don't need like a, you know, she doesn't have poison or bleed immunity or anything like that. So of course you can't use her in those situations, but just in standard fights she has decent damage. And I would say any place that you need any kind of shock damage, she's gonna excel at. There's not that many of those places right now though. And then I don't know if you're Cavalier yet, you might be, but I think usually people have a few more 6-stars before they hit Cav. Once you unlock the Cavalier monthly event quest, she's actually pretty good for that. She interacts with one of the nodes for skill champs where she can gain even more damage. So it's a solid pull though. It is a really solid pull. You could totally just use her unawakened at rank 1 and just kind of fill her in anytime you need a skill champion on the team, and she'll do fine. But you won't see like a ton of people playing her in YouTube videos and stuff like that, just because some of the other skill champs are just a bit better, but they're not like so much better that it's a bad champion. Still a solid champion. So yeah, thank you again for the 2, and congrats on getting a good 6-star. Took us a good 10 minutes to get daily rewards in order to start the new AQ yesterday. I heard for some alliances it was taking like half an hour or more potentially for them to start up AQ. I think I heard someone say it took them like 3 hours to start the next day of AQ, which is pretty wild. Like 30-minute timers. Starting that much later, depending on how lax your alliance is, that might not even be enough time, man. If that happens every day, jeez. EG MCOC has leaked Shang-Chi in their channel and the community posts in YouTube. Yeah, they have like a video coming soon, right? Is there a separate post about it? Because I know they had like a motion comic that looks like he's in it. Is there actually a community post? Let me see if I can find it, if there actually is a community post. Curious. But I did see like the scheduled premiere video or whatever. Let me see. I don't even know how to see community posts always. I guess I could just go to the channel, right? Holy crap, man. You guys ever just look at your YouTube subscription list and realize just how many channels you subscribe to? Like, a lot of the channels I'm subscribed to, they don't even post videos anymore, but holy crap, man. Just scroll down a massive list. Oh, this wasn't even the channel? What the F? Alright, hold on. Should have just typed in the name from the start, man. Don't know why I was being lazy about it. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I see. 11 hours ago. There's not really much here. It's just a picture. It is a cool picture, but it's not much here. All right. Yeah, man. The 200th champions are going to be added. I wonder who is number 200. Well, I mean, we got like we got the data mine info for both, right? It was data mined to be Shang-Chi and God, who was the other one? Whatever it is, like whichever one comes second, they're going to be the 200th champion. Ryan, the way you described Jane Foster as having a set of passive buffs that build up over time, or as Joe Fixit. Jeez, dude. I just realized Joe Fixit and Jane Foster, they got the same abbreviations. No one ever talks about either champion. They both have JF. Alright, the way you described Joe Fixit having a set of passive buffs that build up over time, exactly what I think Sentry should have. Like you said, a reverse void. Yeah, maybe. But for Joe Fixit, like it's already there. It's already laid out. Like that's already what he has, you know? I feel like it'd be really easy just to adapt that into a like an actual strong playable champion. Oh yeah, that's right, Mr. Negative. Yeah, that's the other data mined guy. So whichever one of those champs comes second, they are champion number 200. Technically, we're over 200 if you consider like the Collector, the Grandmaster, Thanos, the other version of Thanos. Wait, we had 3 versions of oh wait, no, well, I guess one of them is playable, sort of, as a trophy champ. But there's like 2 other versions of Thanos, the in the game. The Infinity Gauntlet one and the Nameless one. A few other champs, all the little symbioids, the Doom bots. I wonder how many characters are actually like in the game files. The champions that are like the Cyverine, you know, where they're like 2 champions combined. We might actually be up to like 250. Plus the other Scarlet Witch, they still haven't released. Yeah, that's true. We have another Scarlet Witch. We have certain characters that are like story only. We might be above 250, man. Crazy, dude. Putting Pokemon to shame. Just kidding. How many Pokemon exists right now with like all the generations together? Are they over 1,000 yet? If they're not over 1,000, they gotta be close, right? I mean, can you really call them the 200 since there's so many reskins of the same champs? I guess there are a bunch of reskins, yeah. We have like 42 Iron Men or something. Pokemon are definitely over 1,000? Okay. It's been a while since I looked. Hercules is coming, right? Yeah, that was the community voted champ. And all the symbiotes in Alliance Quest and stuff, if those count. Yeah. What about the dog from the Inhumans? He's technically a character, sure, yeah. BJ, do you think 2 champs per month is too much? No, 2 champs per month feels perfect, honestly. Feels really good. If they put out more than 2 a month, like, I don't even look into all the new champs that come out each time, man. I play this game a lot, and sometimes I don't even look at the characters. Well, okay, I should say I don't play the characters. Even given the chance, even given the opportunity in the CCP, I don't always play the new characters, but I always at least look at them. And just having something new to look at, something new to talk about, it adds a lot to the contest, and things would get boring pretty quick if there weren't new champions added. If they only added like 1 champ per month, that would take a lot away from the game, unless they found a way to make that up some other way. I remember people were saying like, oh, they should just take more time and, you know, have less bugs in the game and stuff like that. Nah, not for me. No way, dude. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want as many bugs in this game. Who's out here asking for bugs? But like, I think they need to keep up the 2 champion per month cycle. And if they were going to slow that down, just fixing more bugs would not be enough to compensate. They would straight up need to like add a different game mode or something. I don't know what they would need to do. But it's nice too, because like if you're getting 2 champs per month, it's not necessarily content that you have to do, and yet it's still content that you get in a way. You know, because you get to look at the spotlights, you get to, you know, talk to your alliance mates, figure out if these champs are good, but you could also, it's not like you're missing out on rewards for not doing it, like you would for a side quest or something. Oh wait, there are 898 different Pokemon. Oh, so they're not over 1,000? Enzo, what's up, buddy? Good morning, BG. Do you think it is unfair that there were not more unit deals in spring cleaning? Seems too skewed towards pay only. It's a good question. You know, I've complained a lot in the past probably about a year and a half or so that I feel like the balance was thrown off at some point in time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, because it's not something that happens overnight, but I feel like maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, that's when the balance was really thrown off, in my opinion, where it does feel like there was a lot more ways to spend money rather than units. But for some reason with this event, I didn't really feel that way. I mean, the spenders definitely got an advantage, but I guess, you know what it is? I guess it's because even though there weren't ways to spend units, people were just given stuff for free. So I guess that's why I didn't feel that way. I guess it also helped that last year, it was pointed out that last year there was no unit deals for spring cleaning, so maybe I just had myself mentally prepared for it. I don't know. BG's ignoring me, dude. I don't ignore anyone in here, but look at the numbers. I'm outnumbered, dude. I can't read every single comment. And complaining. Now I just took time reading your complaint rather than reading an actual comment. So please don't. But I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't really bother me if they have an event like spring cleaning where it is more skewed towards spending, as long as they have other ways to spend units elsewhere. And I feel like Kabam has increased the level of unit offers they've been coming out with recently, where, you know, we can get like we had a couple of 6-star crystals pop up recently for units, or just other things like that. So I didn't really feel any kind of way about spring cleaning in particular, though. That's all I'm getting at. Weird, he usually only ignores me. I ignore everybody. There's no choice. Like I don't intentionally ignore anybody unless you're spamming. If I see you're spamming, yeah, I'm going to ignore you. But and then you're gonna get banned too. But I don't intentionally ignore anyone. There's just 450 of you guys and 1 of me. It's definitely not fair that US have access to Marvel Insider. That cannot be argued, please. It's not fair. I think they do that for legal reasons, though. The Marvel Insider thing. I think there's a legal reason as to why they only allow it in the US. I think you can get around it. I don't know for sure if you can or not. Since I mean I live in the US, so I've never had to try. But you might be able to get around that with like a VPN or something. Which brings me to this stream sponsor, Generic VPN X. Are you tired of not being able to watch The Office on Netflix? BG might not be ignoring you, but I am. Oh man. Ignore me, you won't read this comment. I hate all of you who are now just spamming the ignore comments. Sorcerer Supreme, is it useless to rank her while using suicides? I pulled her and want to use her as my main mystic fighter. Yeah, with suicides, you're not going to be able to use her much, man. Sorcerer Supreme is the definition of someone you want to be spamming specials with as much as possible. So you can use Sorcerer Supreme for a couple of fights, you know, relying on like special 3s and then special 2s afterwards. But it's not really the way the champ was meant to be played. If you're running suicides, your main mystic champion, you're gonna want someone like Claire for that. UG, by ignoring me, I don't mean I'm a hater. I'm talking to chat. Okay. Even still, though, man, like I read those comments, you know. Just kind of clogs things up. UG, why did the banana not show up to school? Because he wasn't peeling well. Boo, dude. Boo. 6-star Gwenpool, though. Man, I wish Gwenpool was a bit stronger. She is still a cool champion, but her time is kind of coming on a little bit. From the other side of the world, and I'm able to get insider rewards. Just need to change the location. Okay. Whoops. You rank 4'd your 6-star Doom? Wow, congrats on being the first person to ever have a rank 4 6-star. I appreciate being ignored. I say dumb things. Oh man. Finally, someone appreciates it. LBG accidentally got my first 4-star crystal by doing the doubloon arena. Hey, well, congrats on your first 4-star. Hope you got somebody cool. BG is someone who not long ago said he will mainly use Ghost for new content. How could you speak this blasphemous rhetoric about Joe Fixit? Lord Ant-Man shall rise. Laughs in Quantum Synergy team. I know, Thanos, but for regular questing content, yeah, I have been using Ghost for the most part. But I don't like it, man. I really want to use other champions. I really want to use other champs, especially for for Alliance War. I'm always going to use other champs. As long as Karate Mike is in our battle group, he's got the Ghost gameplay on lock. He's a better Ghost player. Plus, he's got the 6-star Ghost. I don't even need Ant-Man. to go through regular questing content. Ghost has things covered. I didn't really mention it in the video, but you know, someone brought up a good point in I think it was in the For Loki Alliance chat. This is before I made the video even. If you're using Ghost, I mean, you're still probably gonna be using Ghost, right? Even if Ant-Man gets buffed, you just have like a backup in case Ghost dies, or if there is like a special fight that you can't use Ghost in or something like that. But how frequently is Ghost really gonna get played, or is he still just gonna be that support champion that, instead of being completely dead weight, is just gonna be kind of dead weight? Are you voting Ant-Man for Karate Mike? I already voted Joe Fix. I made a video about it. Usually, what do you call a cow with no legs? Cow with no legs. Ground beef. Boo, dude. Boo, man. Donut Cop Center 5 saying, what do you call a nervous Jedi? I feel like I'm not going to get this joke, whatever it is, because, you know, I don't know Star Wars. But, Anakin Skywalker. I didn't think I'd get it, but I get it. His name's Anakin Skywalker, and you changed it to... Boo, dude. Yeah, take your lap. How dare you. Dude, here's a champ that needs to get buffed. We got a little bit of love for X-Pool Dead Force. This guy's terrible. Did you guys notice how there was no mutants on the list of champs to get buffed? I guess they're tired of buffing mutants. It didn't even dawn on me until I was really taking a closer look at things and saw that, you know, we had 2 science champs instead of a mutant, because we got one of every other class type. Thought that was interesting. Hey, what's up, Tom? Brian, my girlfriend told me if I buy her one more bad gift, she's going to burn it. So I bought her a candle. Tom. Tom. Do you see how your army still goes strong, even when you're not here? I don't know when you got here, if you were here for like 5 minutes already or not. I just read a whole bunch of jokes, and I still blame you for it. Either way. Boo, dude! No text either? Wait, were there no... Oh, 2 Mystic Champs. Wow, yeah. I didn't even realize that. So it wasn't just mutants. Okay. Went right over my head. Completely over my head. I'm hoping that if only 2 champions go on, right now at least it's looking like it's going to be Ant-Man and Guillotine. And Guillotine was my runner-up to Joe Fixit from the start. I was kind of debating between those 2. So when it comes to the actual in-game voting, I will I'm gonna vote for Guillotine. Alyssa sent it over to saying, is it me or do skill characters have a skill cap? Some of them are pretty straightforward to play. When you say skill cap, because sometimes, I mean, I do this too. Sometimes I say skill cap when I mean like skill floor or whatever. So when you say skill cap, do you mean like there's only so much you could do with the champ, or do you mean like they're hard to play and you need a certain level of skill to play the champ? Because I mean, some of them are harder to play, but some of them I think are pretty straightforward. Like Falcon, you just dash back and hold block for like 2 seconds and you're good to go. That's really all you need to worry about in the fight. It's not too bad. You do have to kind of play around when that timer ends, you know, waiting and stalling to get it back, which makes things challenging sometimes. Like Night Thrasher, Massacre, Ronin. Yeah, those champions are harder to play. I agree with that. Ronin, I'm still a little puzzled at their idea behind Ronin. So for Ronin, when they made the champion, they said they wanted people to intercept more, and they kind of like wanted to teach people how to backdraft intercept with Ronin. Did anybody learn how to intercept using Ronin? Maybe some people did. I don't know, but it's not really something I ever hear. Like, you know, intercepts, they're hard. they're really hard. You're at the mercy of the AI, especially if you're doing like backdraft style. If you have really fast reaction times, then you know maybe you'll be fine. But my reaction times, they're not that quick. And some days I can intercept better than others, but a lot of times I'm just not very good at it. And incentivizing players to intercept more with a champ like Ronin, that's not going to teach me how to intercept. So yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes skill champs are like that. I think that's with every class though. You can find examples in pretty much every class. I think Tigra is one of the hardest to play. Really well, at least. Another skill champ, speaking of though, that's really hard to play is Taskmaster. He's always been like one of the toughest, arguably the most difficult champion to play. I always laugh when people say like, oh yeah, Quake and Ghost, they're the hardest. They're not the hardest, they're just different. And it can take time to get used to playing a different champ. My God, my game is so laggy right now. There's not even a button to lock in these champs. Oh, there we go. It just appeared. I gotta do another restart. But like, no matter how much time you give to Taskmaster, he's gonna be really difficult to play. I'm not like you can master him in something like Realm of Legends. Even that's a pain, but you could do that at least. But when you throw in like the outside elements, the different champions, their abilities, the nodes and all that stuff, you got to be so good to actually play that guy competently. And yeah, he's another skill champ, so maybe there is something to that. Tim Bobrix and an over 5 saying, my girlfriend knocked on the refrigerator door before opening it, and I asked why. She said there might be a salad dressing. Oh, Tim. Boo, Tim. Boo. Are you saying this joke to impress Tom? What did Tom ever say, by the way? You can blame me. It's a curse I can carry. You deserve it. Damn it, Tom. Tim, don't be like Tom. But maybe the two of you can get to know each other while you both take a lap. Boo! Prison Mike sending over a euro. Thank you, dude. Saying pulled 6-star Miles and duped 5-star OG Black Panther. Feels good, and that's the weird part. Yeah, dude. Oh man, someone else was just saying the same thing about those champs, and yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. The way just a simple buff can make you completely feel differently about a champ in this game, right? Speaking of, we got what, like 5 more days? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think 5 more days before we can test out the new Black Panther. We're getting close. We are getting close. Chris, I don't know if my game's been lagging any more today than it has in the past, but it just lately, every update seems to... I can't tell if the updates are making it worse or if it's just like, I don't know. You kind of expect each update for it to get a little bit better, and if it doesn't get better, then it feels worse. I can't tell which it is. Either way, it doesn't feel good. Aaron C sent it over to saying, it's a landslide. It's a landslide? Bet his diarrhea is nasty. Oh, are you talking about the episode of Always Sunny, the Gang Broke D, I think is the name of it? Oh man, that's a good episode. Oh man, just thinking about the intro to that episode is really funny. Good old It's Always Sunny. Is Prison Mike Karate Mike's alter ego who learned karate while in prison? Prison Mike, care to comment? Because, dude, is that the alternate storyline? Is that the alternate universe? Oh my goodness. Should I give a 5-star Science Awakening gem to Thing or Red Guardian? Between those two champions, I think Thing is better. However, you could also play Thing Unawakened if you wanted to just like rank him up and get a feel for the champ yourself. It adds a defensive component to him. That can sometimes save your life, but it's not required to play the champ, so you might want to test them out before you commit the gem. There's some things you just don't joke about, T. Dude, I just like she's like eating out of the garbage or something, right? And they're like trying to make fun of her. And everyone's coming up with like these funny bird insults. And then Frank's was just bird, that's it. But the way they wrote it out, man. Oh, it's so good. Don't know if I should awaken Stark, Darkhawk, or just wait to see if I get someone else. I think Stark Spidey's a good champ to awaken. He gains a lot of crit. You have to keep him above 50% health, but he gains a lot of crit, and then he gains some evade when below 50% health, which can sometimes save you. Darkhawk is a solid champ. There's a couple issues with Darkhawk. Number one, I think if you're going to awaken him, you probably want to toss a bunch of Sig Stones into him. Whereas Stark Spidey, you're good at like Sig 20, Sig 40 or something like that. Even Sig level 1 will be fine enough to get started. Which, by the way, Stark Spidey can be played unawakened too. So same advice I was giving to the other person about Thing. You might want to just test out Stark Spidey unawakened to see if you like him first. But he is good to awaken. And the other problem with Darkhawk is that he kind of gets overshadowed by nice, we got all the milestones. He kind of gets overshadowed by the other robots in this game, I feel. I think Sentinel's a little bit better than Darkhawk, not much, but a little bit better. And then Warlock is significantly better. And Guillotine 2099, it's better, but for different reasons. It's hard to justify giving all the resources to Darkhawk, in my opinion. Do you know what Omega went for last round? It's about 35. It's either 35 or 36 or something. Darkhawk needs synergy to be good. I don't know if I agree with that. I think he can be played without synergy. I think he gives a synergy to someone who is not very good without it, which is Night Thrasher. BG Charlie versus Dennis versus Mac ranking. I don't know, man. That one's too hard. They're all so funny, dude. I don't even want to rank them. I feel like when I first started watching this show, you know, I thought like Frank. I still think Frank's the funniest. But then I thought like Charlie was second funniest, and then everyone else. But the more you get to know Dennis and how ridiculous and crazy he is, like, I don't know. And then Fat Mac. Oh man. And then we were just talking about Dee and how funny she was in that episode. They're all really good. All right, on that note though, guys, it is going to be a little bit on the late side. So I think we're going to have to call it a night here. And I don't think Abby Doe is on tonight. We didn't hear from Abby Doe, did we? If you guys do want to continue the party, though, there is another MCOC person on. Falstaff is streaming. So here's a link to his channel if you guys want to do a little raid. A little Falstaff raid, also known as another dude gaming on YouTube's. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. Shout out to Tim Bobrick for being tonight's biggest D. But yeah, thank you to everyone else as well. Really appreciate all the support and everything, guys. Fun stream as always. See you guys tomorrow. Night, everybody.